Okay, because sometimes when I give talk, I'm trying to gather more information, okay, regarding the topic, or so that more information and awareness can be created among more people lah. Okay, especially for those newcomer who never listen to any health talk regarding all these topics one, so that they will through the talk, they will gain some new information on how to take care themselves, and especially some precaution method they should know before they maybe some minor symptom might occur already. They should be able to read those symptoms, okay, what it indicates from the very early stage, so to avoid uh, the situation of getting bad if uncontrolled. So even though say let's say that a living encyclopedia, okay, that's not true lah. Okay, because I spend some time to research and get information also. Okay, not 100% everything you ask me I will know. Okay, because the medical world is very wide, and illness there are so many illness. Not all the illness I know also. Okay, so excuse me if you sometimes, or especially when you ask me some things or some illness or in English one, I might not be able or sometimes to really memorize all the name of the illness. Maybe in Chinese I'm more mastering the things. Okay, so in that case I have to refer back also. Or if I cannot answer your question on the spot, maybe I will check and then refer, and then I will answer you later on. Okay, so all the information that I provide, okay, definitely I've gone through, and then normally I'll search from net and get some, even sometimes I'll get some opinion from my some doctors friends, or like some pharmacists, like our Diamond, Mr. Sim, is my very good friend, or 20 over years friend also. So sometimes I will refer him on some medication also. Okay, so okay, we come back to today's topic. There is living with sugar. Okay, a talk regarding the hyperglycemia and diabetes. Okay, and that is a topic, and that is a common. Uh, uh, I can say that a common disease that is happening among us, because from the analysis and then the statistic that we have, okay, from all over the world, okay, this the diabetic is already a very common uh, diseases, okay, and then uh, actually a lot of people, they didn't really pay attention to it, and then it caused a lot of complication in a later stage, and did uh, bring a lot of this death, okay, among those patients. So first of all, I would like to hear a brief introduction on diabetes. Okay, what is diabetes? Okay, diabetes is a chronic disease. Normally this disease, it come very slow, and then you go through a very long period or long process. Sometimes you won't be able to really feel it, okay, because it happened and then it developed very slowly. Okay, diabetes occurs when our organs, what we call the pancreas, okay, does not produce enough insulin. Okay, and then or sometimes or our body didn't function properly, and then maybe the insulin didn't effectively use in our body. Okay, and it causes what problem? Because this insulin is an ingredient which is a hormone, okay, that regulate our blood sugar one. So if the secretion of pancreas, from the pancreas of insulin is insufficient, or maybe sometimes our cells didn't respond to this insulin properly, okay, the blood sugar in our body, okay, might not be able to regulate properly. Okay, so far as we know, when we eat some things, okay, the foods, okay, especially the carbohydrate will be converted into glucose, and then it will be absorbed into our bloodstream, and then to regulate in a certain level, to make sure the sugar level in the blood is maintained in a certain level only, we need the help of insulin, okay, to bring, okay, all this sugar into our cells, and then all this sugar will be used in the cells to generate energy. So if without the help of insulin, sometimes the sugar cannot enter into our cells, and in that way, the energy can, all the sugar will be left in the bloodstream, and then it causes very high sugar level. Okay, this normally we call the hyperglycemia symptom. Okay, and then hyperglycemia, that is high sugar level. Sometimes some people might thought that, okay, when I have hyperglycemia, that means I got diabetes. Actually, there are two different things. I will explain later in more detail. So simple to say that diabetes is because of the problem of pancreas, okay, and then the release of insulin might not be sufficient, or the problem of our body to make use of the insulin, okay, to help the generation of energy inside the body, and it causes the increase of sugar level inside the blood, and then later on it will cause a lot of problem. So diabetes, the actually world statistic of this diabetes patients is continue to rise all over the world. So from this diagram you can see, okay, actually the people who suffer from diabetes, the number is very very big volume. Actually, the whole world consists of 382 million of people, okay, having diabetes, and then 46% of them maybe they don't know they are having this problem. Okay, so this and then the figure is keep on rising. Okay, it's not stagnant there, it's keep on rising. So this is the world figure, 382 million, very big amount. Okay, very very big figure. And then in Malaysia, we are one same also. Our average in Malaysia, those who are above 18 and then involved in diabetes, as many as 3.6 million. Actually, everyone, okay, out of 5 people in Malaysia is having this problem because diabetes. And then this is a very big amount also, because so far not everybody will go and check their blood sugar also, and then those who already checked and then recorded one already maybe above 360 million. Okay, 3.6 million, okay, people in Malaysia who are having this problem, and then the rate is keep on going up. Okay, this from Kementerian Kesihatan. Okay, from this 2015, our population 13.4, and then it's rising to 18.3 having diabetes problem, and then the patient is getting younger and younger, and then the control. This is a report saying that the control among those youngsters who are having type 2 diabetes is worse than those elders. That means youngest normally when they know that they are having type 2 diabetes also, they can't control, okay, and then to reduce back into normal, and because all kinds of a lifestyle problem, and maybe our awareness is not that high yet, okay, and then the consequences of having type 2 diabetes for a long period and uncontrolled will cause how serious those illness is. Our awareness is not that high, and then we might have some wrong conception, wrong thinking about the medication that we are eating, okay, the effect of those medication, then we are reluctant to go under medication. Okay, so the control majority of the youngster is not so good, okay, compared to elders. Okay, elders, once they know, they will take precaution step and they will try their best to change or maybe their diet or their lifestyle to help to improve the problem. So from here we will statistic shows that okay, people with diabetes, they are 2 or 4 times more likely to have heart disease or suffer a stroke. So diabetes or what we call the hyper this glycemia, high glucose level, aiding with high blood pressure, high cholesterol. These three brother sister, okay, they tend to lead to heart disease and stroke, okay, and blockage on all the vessel inside the body, so you will cause stroke. So the effect the consequences is very serious one. Okay, so we have to take care. So for those who have diabetes again and then didn't control properly, they are 2 or 4 times okay likely to have this kind of problem compared to those who are healthy one, okay, who don't have this problem one. Okay, so Kementerian Kesihatan also expecting and then do a forecasting. When we reach 2025, Malaysia may have 7 millions of diabetes. That means almost doubles up, okay, compared to today. Today, 2019 is almost 3.6 million. Okay, it will almost doubles up, okay, when we reach the year of 2025. Okay, 7 million. Okay, very big quantity. Okay, so everyone have to really take into a serious consideration because nowadays actually how to test glucose is just a very simple tools and simple step. Okay, if you are willing to test, you almost can test it every day, and then at home also you can run the test. Okay, because the meter is not that expensive. You get any time bought to buy a meter, okay, in all the pharmacies they are selling, okay, and then you can test your this glucose in your house. But even though it's so convenient already, but I think it's because our mentality. Normally we feel we are worried, okay, when we are diagnosed with some things. So normally we won't test ourselves if we don't feel any symptoms or any discomfort, okay, in your body. You won't purposely go and buy a meter and then you test, because no matter how testing of blood, you need to use a needle, okay, put on your finger there, okay, there are pain, and then this is the reason normally how you say how you're scared to do the testing, okay. But we feel that there is our mentality and then our awareness on the importance of control our blood sugar is not that strong yet. Okay, so all this talk, okay, regarding the consequences of having high blood sugar need to be spread, and then like you all after listen to it, or you have a basic knowledge already, you should try your best to educate, okay, people, okay, who are around you, okay, to understand. Or if you are in the health industry, okay, I will advise you have your own this blood glucose meter reading, okay, so that you can help and then to spread the important to take care of our glucose level also. Okay, so this the reading of glucose. Okay, normally if we are free from anything, we don't have any record of diabetes, normally we will examine our this glucose test maybe every 3 months. Okay, you make a check. Okay, or 6 months. Okay, so for those people who have so far no problem one, no record one, okay, you can just do the testing or in a regular interval. Some people maybe every month they will check, some people 3 months, it doesn't matter. Okay, as long as you will check your blood sugar level. Okay, so when we checked what is the normal range of reading. Okay, there are two types of checking. One type is after fasting for 8 hours. And then the second type only for those who, okay, the doctor, okay, maybe you go and check in hospital, they suspect you have a high level of sugar level already, they will recommend you to go for another type of test. That is to drink some sugar, okay, very thick, okay, very concentrated sugar water. Okay, you drink it. After 2 hours, you will get another test on the this sugar level. Okay, the reading. Okay, so here you can see. So normal people, if let's say today you check your sugar level, you find that my sugar level is less than 5.7, 5.6, is within the range of normal, or let's say like 3 up to 5.6 is normal. So you don't have to do repeatedly do so many times of testing one. Okay, and then you can regularly, maybe okay, 1 month you test one time, 1 month you test one time. Only for those who go for a test and then they find that they are already go up to slightly higher sugar level, like 5.6 up to 6.9. Okay, almost reach 7. Okay, this is the what we call the pre-diabetes category. So in that case, maybe, okay, you will practice doing fasting and after eating testing. Okay, so if for those who are okay one, are not necessarily to do so many times of testing. Okay, so for those who are running or who are having under medication, maybe you have to do both lah. Okay, fasting and then after you eating, okay, and taking all your pill, all those things. After eating, then you will test again, and then you make a record on how the fluctuation of your glucose level. So glucose level inside our body will change anytime. Okay, according to your mood, okay, according to weather, and then sometimes according to what you eat, okay, how you rest, it will affect, okay, the circulation, and then the maintenance of the sugar level inside our body one. Okay, so you don't have to too worried once you get your test and then you find that it's slightly high. Okay, please try another time, and then try another time, okay, or try another 2-3 times and see whether the consistency, okay, of your sugar level is there or not. Okay, whether after eating, maybe after 2 hours, after 4 hours, after 6 hours, okay, how it will looks like the fluctuation. Okay, because sugar level will change anytime, okay, according to the different environment, and then different scenario inside happening. So for a normal reading, okay, after fasting for 8 hours, normally it will be below 5.6 one. Okay, and then after eating 2 hours, it should be below 7.8. Okay, so for those who are having quite serious this reading is quite high one, normally doctor will recommend you to do another testing, or which we call the HbA1c test, which have to carry out in the lab one. You cannot do it at home one. Okay, this is a testing whereby is to test the combination of this HbA1c is the combination of glucose and the hemoglobin inside our body, okay, and then it will examine the average how the glucose are maintained inside the cells one. Okay, so it will give you a clue or how is your normal, okay, this blood sugar also, okay, indication of your blood sugar inside the cells. So here we don't talk about that, because normally you won't be able to check on that. That is the when you go to the hospital, they will carry out for you. Okay, for those when you after you check, okay, and then after fasting, then you get the reading of 5.6 up to 6.9, okay, below 7, okay, or after eating, okay, the reading goes up 7.8 up to 11. Okay, within this range, you have to take a careful precaution step already. This is a range that indicates that, okay, your level of sugar inside the blood there is going up already. Okay, is in the range of dangerous already. Okay, you have to take care one. You have to take some action to change it back to normal. Otherwise, it will give you problem. So when we talk about hyperglycemia, normally you will fall in this range. Okay, 5.6 go up to 6.9 after fasting, or 7.8 up to 11 after eating for 2 hours. So this is the reading. Okay, so if you didn't control it properly, maybe the reading will go up higher and higher. So after fasting for 8 hours, the reading still remain more than 7. And after eating, okay, and then test after 2 hours, the reading is more than 11. Okay, this is considered very high already. Okay, you have you are going, you are in the group of having diabetes already. Okay, and then you have to go for treatment or under medication. Okay, so that it won't cause a lot of problem to your body. So these are the figure, when you do your test, you have to be remind in your mind. Okay, you have to get it control. Okay, and then once it reach very high, please, okay, get advice from your doctor, okay, on how you have to do. Okay, when you reach the yellow zone, this is the pre-diabetes period, 5.6 to 6.9. Okay, what are the steps you have to use, okay, or what are the things you have to change, okay, to lower your blood sugar down. Okay, so the figure you already know. So according to the definition of the World Health Organization, diabetes is a chronic disease that occurs when the pancreas cannot produce enough insulin, or the body cannot effectively use the insulin produced. So, okay, diabetes, there are many causes. So there are many different types of diabetes. Okay, so this is the pancreas in our body. This is the organs which responsible to release insulin, okay, which regulate our blood sugar one. Okay, and then beside release insulin, our pancreas also responsible to release a lot of digestive enzyme, which are helping, okay, in the digestion process. Without this pancreatic juice, or we call it, or all the enzyme, we are not be able to digest our food into which be absorbed, okay, into our bloodstream one. Okay, so our liver, our this insulin, sometimes it will be too burden of producing all the enzyme, because nowadays we tend to eat very less vegetable, fruits, or very less and high enzyme things, okay, which make the pancreas have to produce itself, and sometimes it will burden your liver too much, and then it will affect the release of insulin, also done by your pancreas one. Okay, so once the release of insulin is lower, then we might have problem. Okay, so remember, in our insulin, there are two very important role the insulin is doing. One is to release insulin, okay, which control the blood sugar. One is to release the enzyme which helping the digestion process. These are the two main function. So we must keep our pancreas in a very healthy level, because as far as we know so far, for those who suffer from pancreas cancer, normally it's very difficult to treat. Okay, and then the death rate of getting this type of cancer is very high. Okay, like the boss of Apple, Jobs Street, okay, he's suffering from this illness also. He's a multi-billionaire. Okay, also cannot do anything. He have to die in a very early age also. Okay, because of this illness. So we must take care properly. Okay, here, okay, roughly let you know, high blood sugar actually is not the same as diabetes. Okay, so some people, when they take their reading, okay, once they get the blood sugar is going up already, they will be very panic, because they thought they are already in diabetes range already. So just now we have seen that in the borderline, okay, in the borderline, we call hyperglycemia. Okay, only above the borderline, okay, that is what we call diabetes. So if your reading is not that high yet, you shouldn't be panic, because high blood sugar is not the same as diabetes. Okay, so just now we already mentioned diabetes normally is related to your pancreas, okay, and then the release of insulin, or the cells, okay, inside our body cannot, okay, accept, okay, the insulin, so the insulin cannot be used properly inside the body, then it causes high blood sugar. That is called diabetes. Okay, but high blood sugar sometimes might not just because of this symptom, it causes high blood sugar. Sometimes other illness will cause high blood sugar also. And then sometimes the change, okay, of environment, our emotion, okay, and then the food we are taking will temporarily raise up our high sugar level, and then our body maybe will take a little bit more time to relieve it. So when you, during the time when you take your blood sugar, okay, the blood sugar indicate quite a high level. So you thought that and then it give you a lot of pressure on your blood sugar, maybe you got diabetes already. Okay, so you must make it clear. Sometimes high blood sugar doesn't mean you are having a certain disease, which normally we call the diabetes lah. Okay, sometimes a physiological phenomena can relieve itself. So in this case, normally your reading of your this blood sugar will be in the range of 3.9 up to 8.3. Okay, and then this range, maybe you have to further test few more times to see whether is it because of your emotional, okay, or just because of your eating, okay, which cause, okay, the temporary increase of your blood sugar level. Okay, so the second step, okay, is you already have in the range, okay, of 5.6 after fasting, and then maybe after eating, it goes up to 7.8. You are just one more step away from diabetes, but you are still not having this illness, this disease we call diabetes. Okay, so diabetes only when the reading reach 6.1 above, okay, after fasting, or okay 11.1 above, okay, after eating. So we must differentiate, okay, and then sometimes we should take our action when we have high blood sugar already. Don't wait until it reach the stage of diabetes, only then you take action. Sometimes it's more difficult to heal it. Okay, and then if high blood sugar during that period you take action, or maybe you can reduce it more easily, and then maybe it won't damage your body so seriously. Okay, so this is the difference. between high blood sugar and then diabetes. Okay, so high blood sugar sometimes might, because of other reason, it cause the rise of sugar level. So this is the complication of diabetes. Okay, so diabetes, why a lot of people are so worried about that, and then why we have to take early precaution step how to prevent. Okay, because it will develop into a lot of complication. Okay, especially those related to your vessel. Okay, because of the blood sugar is too high inside your vessel there. Okay, it might damage your vessel, and then it will cause a problem like the vision problem. Okay, sometimes it might combine with high blood pressure, it might cause damage to your kidney. Okay, and then your nerve. Okay, and then sometimes it will easily combine with high blood pressure and then high cholesterol, and then deposit of plaque will happen. Then it will cause a problem to your heart, and then to your brain. Okay, it will, okay, cause like illness like stroke. Okay, which are very serious. And normally your peripheral, okay, vascular may be block. Okay, and then it will cause your hand and feet. Okay, you feel numbness and pain sometimes even. Okay, so this is the complication of diabetes. Okay, especially those people who are very young, because nowadays we see a lot of people very young age, or they are already experience, okay, this diabetes problem. And then we find that okay, I'm still here. Sorry, I close it up slightly because I didn't see my face. I think. Okay, okay, it's still okay. So from here, because a lot of youngsters, they in the very early stage, just like the report just now in the newspaper there, they say a lot of youngsters, they didn't really control, even though they know that they already having diabetes problems. Just like one of my nephew, okay, few years back, okay, in the age of I think 32. Okay, he found that he already having diabetes problem in the age, I think, around 20. Okay, but he didn't control it properly. So from very beginning stage of only high sugar level, then didn't take pill properly, and then didn't inject insulin properly, and then it developed until the age of 28. Okay, so one leg have to be cut off. Okay, because of all the okay, this peripheral vascular disease is happening because of a blockage on all the vessel supply of blood to the feet is not that good. And then some more got some wound or cannot be healed, and they have to cut off the whole leg. Okay, so after 28 with only one leg, okay, with wheelchair, then of course during that time psychologically seriously affected also. Maybe he give up also. Okay, so we did 2 years. Okay, he have to took away his finger. Okay, eventually the whole almost 10 fingers are cut off. Okay, so the hands also without fingers. Then finally up to year when the age is 31. Okay, another leg, okay, have to be cut off. Okay, due to all the complication, and he have to go for this kidney dialysis. And then heart also got problem. And then after the second cutting off of the second leg, okay, then the heart cannot stand. Okay, and then the heart also got heart failure. And then He died on the age of 32. So within, from very beginning diagnosed up to death, only takes about 12 years. And then I really see how he go through the whole things. And then what we call how he suffer, especially during the last 2-3 years, where he already cut off one leg and two palm. Okay, and during that time, the whole body, okay, because of have to go for dialysis, and then sometimes the blood is very dirty, then itching, and then he still can feel it, but no hand, no one feet also don't have, or cannot, or when itching, you cannot touch, or cannot release, or the itchy, or is torturing, so during the last few months, almost 6 months, eventually have to go under morphine treatment because pain, and then tablet cannot stand, and then really suffering, and then every night you can see or screaming, cannot sleep, or at night screaming, okay, all the time, and then emotionally is not stable, and then uh, uh, will talk, okay, will talk something, feel like he's very scary, something like that lah. Okay, because the mental is not that stable also, because of the blood is getting dirty and dirty, uh, due to the function of kidney is not that good already. So this is the process. Okay, and then it really suffer, because especially people during young age, if they have this kind of problem and didn't control properly, your whole life will finish. Okay, it will ruin your whole life. Okay, so basically there are 4 types of diabetes. Okay, we call type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and gestational diabetes. There is diabetes during pregnancy, and other types of diabetes. Here there are 4 categories, but in fact, when we refer to other types of diabetes, you can see there are so many diabetes of different types, according to their cause. Okay, so we really sometimes have to be careful also when we come across people with diabetes one, because there might be people having other types of diabetes instead of type 1 and type 2, or or diabetes during pregnancy. Okay, so we don't know if they fall or under very rare one, other types of diabetes, or maybe the treatment will be different, or we have to know about it also. Okay, so from here, what is type 1? Type 1 normally is genetically have some problem with the pancreas, and then it happens normally in the very young age. Okay, like maybe small kids. Okay, they have already diagnosed with very high blood sugar, and then slowly they find that the pancreas cannot work, and then it cannot release insulin anymore. They have to rely on the injection of insulin, can the body work. Okay, so this is what we call the insulin dependence type of diabetes, and then normally is due to the cells inside the pancreas is not functioning. Okay, what we call the alpha cell inside the pancreas there. Okay, sometimes it might be because of some immune disease, or what we call autoimmune system is not functioning properly, then it attack your pancreas, or some people might genetically got some defects or inside this organ, and then finally it start to growing, and then it stop the functioning of the pancreas. So when it starts, okay, the patient have to inject insulin. Some may have to inject for the whole life, because this type of diabetes, the really cannot function already, and then the only hope of regenerate or reborn, okay, of the cells inside the enzyme. Sometimes we have to use very high technology of stem cells. Okay, those technology only can help, but so far, okay, the percentage is not that high. Okay, quite slim. Okay, to really heal type 1 diabetes one. So normally for those who are under type 1 one, we only can help, okay, in controlling and then to inject insulin to help the functioning of the body. Okay, so if those with type 1 one, they can regularly and then use the insulin properly, they still can live very long one. Okay, so it doesn't mean no more insulin we cannot inject, then inject will make you very short life. Okay, that's not true also. Some people, even though they have type 1, they still can live for a very long life, and then they still can have baby. Okay, can have kids. Okay, just like normal people. Only thing, you have to inject insulin in a regular basis and in the correct quantity. Okay, so type 2 diabetes, normally type 2 diabetes, okay, is the pancreas can release insulin, but sometimes maybe is insufficient. It's not that efficient already. Okay, maybe some damage is happening inside the pancreas, or maybe sometimes this what we call inflammation may happen inside the pancreas there, and then it affect the secretion of insulin. Okay, make the insulin cannot have sufficient, okay, to be released into the bloodstream and used by the body. Okay, and then some, maybe there's no problem with the pancreas at all. Pancreas can release sufficient insulin, but the problem is our body cannot accept, okay, reject the insulin. Sometimes in the cells there will be a receptor there, will accept the insulin, and then the insulin will help to make a pathway for the glucose to enter into the cells on. So this receptor cannot work properly, so the insulin cannot be used. So no insulin, no pathway, open up the pathway for the glucose to enter to the cells. The cells cannot use the glucose. So the glucose will remain in the bloodstream there. So glucose will be very high, and then it will cause problem to our body. Okay, so this type 2 is caused by the body's inability to effectively use the insulin. So there are different between type 1 and type 2. Okay, and then sometimes okay, type 2 might develop to be type 1 also. That means the damage on your liver, this what we call the pancreas is totally make the pancreas until it lost its function, cannot release insulin at all. Okay, so this a simple illustration, okay, of type 2 diabetes, whereby our pancreas cannot release sufficient insulin, or okay, sometimes because of our cells or in the tissue or in our liver is rejecting the insulin. Okay, here you can see, okay, this insulin. Okay, even though the insulin is sufficient, is a lot inside the bloodstream. Okay, but the cells cannot accept it, and then cannot opens up the pathway to let the sugar goes into the cells. Okay, this is what happened. So in this case, the treatment will be different. Okay, for those type type 2 diabetic who are having this problem one, so the medication will be different also. Okay, so third type is what we call diabetes during pregnancy. Then, of course, during this period, it will bring a lot of complication for pregnancy, or maybe your pregnancy may face a high danger. Okay, it will affect your baby also, or maybe baby later on will genetically have a big chances of having diabetes also. Okay, so try to avoid to have diabetes during pregnancy. Okay, so other types of diabetes, so I won't go into detail, because from here you can see there are so many. Okay, so all these, they in the treatment they might be slightly different, but this is quite rare. So far, in diabetes, majority of diabetes patients are type 2 diabetes. Okay, they are due to lifestyle, uh, normally not so good lifestyle. Okay, and then our diet, and then sometimes our emotion, all this cause of the diabetes one. Okay, especially eating. So these are few doubts, okay, or myths about medication for diabetes, which I have to mention a little bit here. Okay, normally some people say, I don't feel uncomfortable. Why should I take an injection or under medication? Okay, because I don't feel it. Okay, I don't feel, that means I don't have. Is it true? It's not true. Just like hypertension, sometimes you won't feel it, because our body will have a system to adjust those things which make us uncomfortable one. The body tend to ignore it and make you feel comfortable back. Okay, just like when you have high blood pressure, normally there will be some symptoms, just like our heartbeat. Okay, if our body is concentrating, okay, on the heartbeat, sometimes the heartbeat is very disturbed. You cannot sleep. Okay, if you can hear the heartbeat, or your concentration is only on the heartbeat, then it will disturb you. So actually our system will organize ourselves to ignore the heartbeat one. Okay, it will adjust our body, or our hearing, our attention. Okay, so this is the same. When we feel a little bit uncomfortable, the body will do some adjustment so that we don't feel the uncomfortable so obviously. Okay, slowly we don't feel it. So for chronic disease, those diseases are developed very slow one. So normally we don't feel strongly, okay, obviously on the symptoms. And then this is the problem. So for diabetes also, so the increase of your blood sugar level, sometimes you don't feel any uncomfortable, okay, symptoms also. But it doesn't mean you don't have that problem. So if you got problem, then you don't feel it. Okay, you still have to go for medication or injection. Otherwise, you will delay the treatment period, and then you will cause a lot of problem later stage. So question two, normally after if I use insulin very soon, I have to go for dialysis already. Is this true? Actually, this is not true. Okay, so insulin, actually, if compared to medication, if eating those pill compared to insulin, insulin is a better way to control diabetes more than under medication, and then the side effect is less compared to medication, because insulin is not like medication. After you take the medication, some more medication you have to all the chemical all the combination after you eat and then the medication either is lower down your sugar absorption, or it will triggering the pancreas to release more insulin one. And then all this medication need your liver, okay, to dissolve it. Okay, otherwise it will bring some side effect to your body if it didn't eliminate it from your body. Okay, those ways. But insulin don't have to go through your liver to dissolve, because insulin will be used up, okay, inside the body. Okay, and then it will automatically disappear, and then it won't bring so much burden to your liver, and then side effect to your liver. Okay, but what happened, why we have an impression, okay, after injecting insulin, you have to go for dialysis? Because a lot of people, they scared of injection one. Okay, we have a wrong impression. We thought that insulin, it means your diabetes is already very serious, then you have to take inject insulins, or if early stage, only medication will do one. So we refuse, even though sometimes doctor might recommend you to use insulin, okay, but you will refuse one, okay, because you have some wrong concept in your mind about insulins, okay. So you will reject the use of insulin, and then you are under medication, and you didn't control your blood sugar very well, okay. So you in that case you slowly damage your kidney, and then you go up to a certain very high level, then the doctor will force you to go for injection already. You cannot use under medication already. So during the period, even though you use insulin, you can't help your kidney also, and then you have to go for dialysis. That's why sometimes we see some people, okay, after inject insulin, they will say, oh, because of the insulin it caused the problem in on the kidney. That is not true. That is totally wrong. Okay, that's not the case. There's a wrong impression. Okay, and then wrong concept of mind about insulin already. Okay, so number three, normally we will ask, once I started insulin injection, I have to do it for the rest of my life. Of course, because like those type 1 diabetes, they are genetically the function of pancreas is already a zero level, so they have to inject. Okay, so you thought you inject your insulin, and then they have to inject for the whole life. So every time once you start your injection of insulin, you thought you will, like type 1 diabetes, you have to inject the whole life. For type 2, it doesn't mean you have to inject your whole life. If you can change, and then here there is a concept saying like this. For example, because normally type 2 diabetes are because of burden, okay, and then the overload of working of your pancreas, because of taking because of your bad habit or the diet that you are practicing, you are forcing your pancreas to release more and more insulin until you damage the cells of your insulin. So in the case, just like you are forcing a cow, okay, to do your the farming, okay, very very hard, okay, until the cow, okay, feel very tired and then exhausted. So if you want the cow to recover and then to do the work more effectively, so what will you do, okay, to the cow, okay, or a horse lah, okay. The right way should you will bring another horse, and then you give the existing horse to rest for few days to recover back, and then use another horse to do the work. So that is the correct way. Then your horse will get back the energy, then it will do the work effectively. So the same in our body, our pancreas, because your normal lifestyle and eating habit is burdening your pancreas very very much. The pancreas is very tired already. So how to let your pancreas relax down? Okay, not using medication, okay, because those medication is something to make sure just like when you trick the cow, you are not letting the cow to rest, you are using something to hit the cow at the back, so to make him to further work more harder. Okay, finally you you make the cow over exhausted and die. Okay, so our pancreas is the same also. So we use medication, then we will trigger the insulin, and then we will to force the pancreas to increase or more insulin release, and then finally one day the pancreas cannot tahan, okay, cannot stand already, then the cells will damage, and then it will die off. Okay, it will destroy your pancreas. So the right way should be either to go for what we call, like sometimes nowadays very popular, we go for fasting. We don't eat things for few days. Okay, you rest, you let your pancreas don't have to work for few days, because every time you eat insulin, this pancreas have to work, because it got to release all the pancreatic juice contain of enzyme for the process of digestion. So for the pancreas, 365 days, every day 3 meal. So the pancreas have to release all these things, and then it will work very hard to do that. Okay, so to help relieve the burden, actually we have to do some fasting for few days. Like Muslim, they go for 1 month. Okay, fasting. Okay, we cut out. Maybe we can do some short period fasting, or sometimes maybe 1 week in 1-2 day. Okay, we might skip our 1-2 meals. Okay, so consistently to do that, or to help relieve the burden of your pancreas. Or number two, if you already have problem on your pancreas, you should inject the insulin instead of you put in medication to force the pancreas to release the insulin. So the injection of insulin will help your pancreas to rest for a while. Later on, only you wait from the pancreas to recover back. Once they recover back already, the insulin can function properly, then you take away your injection of insulin. Okay, that should be the right way to do. That's why doctor will advise you to inject insulin, even though sometimes you might not be very high in your glucose level yet. Okay, in the border. This is because this is a way to relieve, okay, the stress and then the burden of your pancreas, and you have a chance to recover back your pancreas. Okay, so insulin is like a drug. If you use it, you will become addicted. The dosage will be higher and higher and increase, and your weight will continue to rise. Okay, this is not true also. This is a problem of didn't use the insulin effectively. Either the dosage is not right, or either you didn't take your insulin nicely, then it will cause this kind of problem. Because sometimes overdosage, you might feel very hungry, and then you cannot control your diet. You tend to overeat. Okay, then your weight will gain. Okay, this is the problem of misuse or didn't use the insulin properly, and not the problem of insulin. Okay, and then is carbohydrate bad for diabetes? Is protein better than carbohydrates? Okay, for diabetes, of course, we have to reduce, okay, the intake of carbohydrate, but it doesn't mean that carbohydrate is bad. Okay, and then you shouldn't too extreme, okay, in your diet to avoid totally your carbohydrate. Okay, because carbohydrate is one of the, and then the glucose is one of the material that our sugar, our body needs. And then some people, when they have diabetes, they might go for a high protein diet. Okay, normally what we call the ketone diet. Okay, where you will cut down a lot of carbohydrate, and then you concentrate on protein, and then take some good oils. Okay, whereby the body are forced to convert energy from protein, and then this fats, or this fatty acid. Okay, this is a management to help to fight against diabetes, but it cannot be too extreme and then practice for too long. Okay, so if you really want to go for ketone, okay, you should go for a light ketone, and then you have to add in a little bit of carbohydrate also. Okay, maybe later on I will explain a bit. So in the diet of diabetes, we should go for balance. Okay, that is the right way. Okay, so no matter what you eat, you can use medicine to adjust your blood sugar. Okay, this is not correct. And then this is the practice which normally will cause your blood sugar to go higher and higher. That means you get ready to go for a big meal. Okay, after that then only then you inject your things, and then you take your pill. Okay, so to control the blood sugar. Okay, so if you once in a while you do that, that is okay. But we tend to use this method, once we feel that that is comfortable, then we tend to use more frequent. Then this is not a right way, because the fluctuation of the blood sugar will happen inside your body, and then this is not a good symptom, and it will lead to the blood sugar going higher and higher in the later stage, right? Just like our this hypertension. So if you take your medication, when it's high you take, and then it comes down, or then you stop. Once it goes up, you take again. Then you will tend to have a higher and higher blood reading on blood sugar, or your blood pressure also. Okay, so will diabetes recover completely? Okay, so for those who are diabetes type 1, of course, they don't have there's very slim chances of a revert back. Okay, hopefully the technology improvement in future, and then in the medical science, okay, there are more advanced development. Okay, maybe like what we call nowadays the stem cells treatment. It will help the recovery of all the organs, all the cells inside the body. And then in the case, maybe the pancreas can be certain percentage be healed, and then it will function back again. Or otherwise, diabetes, okay, for type 1 is difficult. It won't be able to recover completely. And then for type 2, will it be in a way that after changing, okay, after then the blood sugar going down, and then automatically in future it won't happen again? So it's not true. Okay, even though your blood sugar is going back into to normal, but in future, if you didn't practice good manner to handle your body, or it will comes up again, man. Okay, so we cannot say that diabetes can be fully recovered. We can only say that diabetes can be controlled, okay, fully. Okay, it won't go once it goes back, and then we can reduce it back. Okay, so completely recover, or there is sometimes what we call we need to do a lot of combination of treatment to heal it. So just now Celeste already mentioned about all these things, because people, if they don't have practice or regular checking on the blood sugar, they might not be able to know what is the condition of their blood sugar level. So these are some of the symptoms that will happen. This excessive urination, very thirsty feel, and then easily get tired lah. Okay, often feel hungry lah, blur vision lah. Okay, and then the wound very difficult to heal lah. Okay, weight loss or in a very short period, and then hand, okay, and then feet you feel sometimes pain, numbness, or tingling pain. These are the symptoms. Maybe you are having some problem with your blood sugar already, so you have to go for a checking. So please, when you have this kind of symptoms, please go into checking, and then take precaution. Okay, here, okay, we go to actually how IM laser can help in the prevention, and then in the treatment of IM laser. Not only prevention, also healing of this diabetes problem. Okay, from here, of course, I won't repeat how the IM laser work to produce, but if you a newcomer, okay, maybe you can refer to our earlier record, or okay, earlier talk on how it functions, all those explanation. So we knew that, okay, with the use of IM laser, okay, with the help of light, it can activate the enzyme activity inside our body, and then it can activate, wakes up the function of stem cells inside the body. Okay, and the activation of enzyme, okay, will bring a lot of effect inside the body, especially the cleansing of our blood, and then the production, okay, of energy inside the cells, okay, which we call the ATP. Okay, so this is the effective of using photon to generate energy inside the cells. Normally, the body after accept the photons, it will use water or oxygen and then the nutrient that we are taking, okay, and then inside our cellular level or inside the cells there are an organ what we call the mitochondria. Okay, the activation of the enzyme inside the mitochondria will speed up the production by using nutrient, water, and then oxygen to convert and then make into ATP, and then in the process will produce nitric oxide and then ROS. So this ATP is very important in maintaining the cell's function. So by increasing the ATP inside the cells, okay, we will eventually activating all the cells inside the organs and make the organs strong, becomes very strong. So all the organs function properly, perform carry out the functions it should do one properly. That means your a lot of things inside the body is carried out smoothly, and then your inner doctor, your inner healing power will get stronger, and then you will heal your body itself. Okay, and then during this process, these two, the ROS and then the nitric oxide, is a very good in helping the transmission of signal in our neural system. So we will help a lot in our nervous system and our this endocrine system, and especially our nitric oxide. Okay, it also is a very strong ingredient which will help cleanse the blood vessel. Okay, like those blood. So eventually, this will help cleanse up all our vessel, make a better blood circulation, and then it will cleanse help to cleanse our blood. Okay, so the movement, the circulation will be better, and then the transportation of oxygen and then nutrient to the cells will rise up. Okay, will be better. So the generation of energy inside the cells will getting better. Okay, so all the cells get better, organ get better, and then system can work properly. So your nervous system, then endocrine system will, or the inner circulation of the whole body will be better. So from here we can see, because in this diabetes, because of the release of insulin inside our body is not performed correctly, or the cells got some problem in the reception of insulin. Okay, so all this have to be rectified by generating energy inside the cells. So hopefully the cells, our inner body, inner doctor can heal the receptor. Otherwise, they have to go for medication to help our body. Okay, so this is one point. Okay, the healing of the cells have to be done only when the energy is very high within the cells. Okay, so this is how IM laser, when it function, okay, eventually it will help, okay, the repair on the cells of this organ, or we call the pancreas. And then slowly, of course, it will take times. Slowly, the pancreas will function back, and then the release insulin will back to normal, and then hopefully all the cells can be repaired. Also, the reception of the insulin can be improved, and then the generation of ATP will be better inside the body. Okay, so this is how eventually your blood glucose or your sugar level inside the blood can be decrease okay, lower down, okay, into normal this reading. Okay, so in order to help IM laser to perform better, okay, actually of course, if let's say you already have this problem, okay, of course, when you still don't have this problem, because we recommend prevention is better than cure, please practice a healthier lifestyle to prevent you from getting this hyperglycemia. Okay, how to do it? Okay, number one, okay, to rest properly. Number two, of course, exercise will increase your blood circulation, metabolic rate will be increased. And then third, control your weight. This is very important. Every inches of your waistline it indicates your body getting fatter because now glucose is one of the main factor will cause this obesity. Okay, number four, okay, energy level and then the stress, okay, that you are having. Okay, normally it will cause you cannot rest properly, and then your inner nervous system might all the while in a very stressful stage, and then it might function incorrectly. So stress is one of the very main factor which will not only emotionally our temper, all those, but physically the nervous system, and then all the endorphin internal release of all those secretion inside the body, like your what is stomach juice, all this also will be affected one. Okay, regularly check your blood sugar, monitor your blood sugar, so to make sure you don't reach a very high blood sugar figure, so you know the condition of your blood sugar. So in all this, some people they might not be able to do it well, or might have some problem on this, and then it lead to high this sugar level, because let's say you didn't sleep properly, it will lead to sugar level going up also. So you can actually eventually by using IM laser, it will help, okay, to calm you down, okay, to make you sleep better. Okay, or some people they cannot go for exercise, but of course I will encourage you to go for morning walk or real exercise, because sometimes even IM laser will have the effect of after exercising, like increase your blood circulation, increase the supply of oxygen to your cells are getting higher, okay, increase your metabolic, but it still cannot replace the exercising or of stretching, and then of giving some pressure to your what we call the muscle, and then your bone. Okay, so this cannot be replaced. Okay, and that, but anyway, for those who really very lack of exercise one, okay, in terms of boosting your blood circulation, IM laser can help in this way. And then in obesity, okay, the metabolic rate is very important. IM laser can increase your body temperature, can maintain a higher metabolic rate for your body, and then it can help to maintain your body weight. Okay, and then this the stress, of course, part of it physically. Okay, IM laser can help calming down all your nervous system, and then the circulation in your brain to be more stable. Okay, and then you feel more relaxed. But okay, mentally mentally this psychologically you have to do on your way, which IM laser can help. Okay, like the way how your mentality IM laser shouldn't be able to change your mentality one. Okay, so control your blood sugar properly, and then there are few factors which IM laser couldn't help you. You have to do it yourself, and hopefully you can help combine all these things. Number one, don't smoke, because smoke is one of the very high risk factor which will bring you to very chronic diseases, and they're very serious diseases like heart blockage, auto stroke. Okay, and then excessive drink alcohol. Of course, when we talk about this diabetes, those sweet things you have to reduce also. Soft drinks, not only alcohol. And then, of course, in your diet, try to go for a healthy diet. Okay, since I'm a nutritionist, okay, I will touch a little bit on the how you have to eat also, because from I'm laser view, how we use the I'm laser, how if you have this diabetes, just like normal you use uh, on your wrist and then on your nose, for one times in the morning and then one times in the evening, or if those who are uh, uh, who are with a very high reading, okay, of glucose level, okay, they have to use it combined with their medication, or those who are injecting, who are using insulin one, especially those using insulin for type 2 one but using insulin, okay, because you can have a chance to repair your pancreas when you use insulin to replace the work of pancreas, so the pancreas don't have to work so hard because you are injecting the insulin. So we use the light, okay, to heal the pancreas. They will be more effective. Okay, and then for those who have to who have to take very high dosage of medication or under injection and want to repair, okay, the pancreas, normally we will advise they have to do maybe another extra 1 or 2 times. Okay, first of all, okay, maybe directly use a target treatment with 4 bar, okay, on the pancreas places. Okay, either in the front, there is about 4 fingers above your belly button. Okay, ups about 4 finger. There's just below your stomach. Okay, the pancreas is somewhere there, but from front now, okay, you want to penetrate the light or to go in is quite difficult, because the pancreas is slightly at the back one. So you can either use front, okay, or you go to the back. Okay, from the 4 finger up, okay, that line, how you go to the back, okay, to your backbone there. Okay, there will be this using what we call the meridian point, and then hopefully from there some of the light maybe can penetrate from the back there, then slowly go into, okay, the pancreas. Okay, so from the back there we will use 2 types of treatment. That means one target treatment, hopefully you can penetrate and slowly goes in. Okay, another is to use, okay, the Chinese way, the meridian point, because normally there will be a point controlling, okay, those nervous system the nerve controlling your pancreas one, how it function. So we'll put on there, okay, to make sure how the lights will slowly goes in, and then to slowly heal, okay, the cells in the pancreas there. Hopefully after a periods of time, with the combination of proper diet, okay, you have a better result. And then from the past experience, we can see how quite a numbers of people who are even injecting one, they get very good result, okay, of improvement. Okay, so their reading go stable or go lower. Okay, and then finally they can stop the insulin injection and then only go for mild medication, or some even if they practice after 2 or 3 years of using arm laser, they slowly can go away even the medication. They're fully under control, okay, by using this arm laser, okay, and then the combination of their lifestyle and then the diet. Okay, so beside using arm laser to treat, okay, to heal, okay, the existing damage on the pancreas, okay, we hopefully, okay, you can combine some of the tips here, okay, to help you to get a better result. Okay, so number one, of course, you have to control the total calories of food or intake. Okay, don't eat too much lah. That means you have to control your weight. Okay, so the higher calorie, and then you didn't exercise well, or metabolic is slightly slow, then you accumulate more fats and then you get fatter. Okay, so sugar you have to control. Okay, because sugar finally will convert all into fats and be stored inside the body also. Okay, number two, your timing of meal are very important, especially if you are injecting insulin. Okay, because the insulin injection is before meal one, so you have to properly, okay, planning the timing of your meal consistently. Okay, that means a fixed time. Okay, you take your meal, don't just jump here and there. And then number three, small meals. Okay, with a more frequent meal. That means every one day maybe you have to eat 5 times. Okay, every time with a small quantity. Okay, don't go for very heavy meal, because we don't want the blood sugar to increase suddenly very high inside the body. So a small portion of meals won't uh, increase the sugar level so much in a sudden. Okay, eat more high fiber foods. That means fruit and vegetable you have to eat more. Okay, because it will help a lot in reducing, okay, like cholesterol, all those things, and preventing, okay, from forming all the fats, all those problems. Okay, number five, try to avoid reduce all the seasoning. Okay, light diet. Okay, take more vegetable, and then the way of cooking make it you have to change to steam. Okay, and then don't go for too much of oily things, frying things. Okay, try to avoid this. Okay, so for the food that you should eat. Okay, here you can see here for a diabetes. Okay, normally the pyramid is more or less like a normal person also. Okay, only thing maybe the types of food that you are taking, or maybe you have to be cautioned on the GI index, the glycemia index. That means after taking this food, is it very fast, or it will turn into glucose inside the body? Okay, so if those food are very fast, it will turn into high glucose one, so we avoid that. Okay, so from here you can see the lower part is still the combination of bread, okay, starch, cereal. Okay, we encourage you to take more cereals and bread. Okay, of course carbohydrate or the starch you reduce a bit, but you cannot totally stop all because sugar is still very important inside the body. Without sugar we cannot live also. Okay, there's no life if there's no sugar inside the body. Okay, so number two, of course, here normally we will find we eat very less. That is vegetable, high fibers foods. Okay, and fruits. Of course, fruits you should avoid those very sweet one. Okay, take normal like guava. They are not so sweet one. Okay, avoid like watermelon. Okay, and then avoid very water type of fruits. Okay, which are very sweet one like watermelon. Okay, and then here a reasonable quantity of meat and milk. Okay, this is to intake your protein. And then finally, of course, very low this oil you should fatty oils and sweet eat as little as possible. Here you can see sweet and salt also you should be advised to take very less. Okay, don't take too much. Okay, but you don't have to totally, of course, here because carbohydrate can be converted into glucose, you shouldn't drink too much of sweet things already. Okay, because if you tend to drink like soft drink very high sweet already, okay, and then you will eat some more, then you tend to overtake the sweet things. Okay, so this is the some basic advice. And then hopefully, okay, you should look into this GI index or low in food that are low in GI index. Okay, these are good for diabetic. Okay, maybe you can search in Google and have a list if you got problem and you have diabetes one. These are the diet you should practice. So the GI index, if very high one, you should try your best to avoid lah. Okay, like those because starch here. Okay, okay, like cake lah, pound cake or chocolate bar lah, okay, all this pizza is still okay lah, popcorn lah, okay, energy bar lah, soda lah. So drinks, you have to be careful. Donut lah, donut is very high, okay, GI index. Okay, so from here you can select the right things, okay, to eat. Okay, I don't elaborate too much. Just let you know, vegetables and then fruits are the main hot things you have to take. Okay, so these are some tips on how you eat. Okay, so if you have any question you want to ask one, especially on the use of Malaysia, okay, to fight against this diabetes or glycemia, you can ask. I 1.5 hours already. Okay, so I left some time for you all to ask the answer.